Yo, what is going on, guys? This is JCass here. Now, a lot of us that have been playing 2K17 now for about 2.5 months, maybe 3. Yeah, it's been 3 now. May not believe it, but some people are still yet to get into my team or have only just started. And there are even people who've only just got the game for Christmas or have only bought it in the last few days. And I just want to make this video teaching people basically how to quickly get into my team, given that they've already at least got halfway through domination, because that'd be the basic thing you do after starting your new team. So I've gone with the assumption that after getting at least halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way through domination, you'd have roughly around 10k, and then maybe a team that obviously has been working for you, it's not doing the best now. So I was thinking, if you sold all those players and had what you have accumulated, maybe sell some of your spare players, balls, anything really, you'd have at least 20k MT. It's very easy to get. If you haven't got 20k MT, I could make a follow-up video how to get MT quickly, how to snipe. You really wouldn't want to snipe until you have at least 10k, I'd say anyway. But yeah, this will be a 20k budget balling team. Now, starting off in the PG, the 1 position, one of the best floor generals right now, the biggest contracted player, 2016-17 season. We're going with Mike Conley, if I can find him. There we go, we got Moments Mike Conley, 82 overall. You can see he's got that dynamic duo. So you know what we're going to do, we're going to chuck that in as well. And his dynamic duo is Marc Gasol Emerald. And as you can see, it puts Marc Gasol up to an 85 overall in the top left. And same with Mike Conley, but here comes an all-round superstar and a two-way star. Now have a quick look at the stats on Mike Conley after it's been boosted. He goes up to a 90 driving layup, won't worry about that one. Now his shooting stats become incredible. I think this becomes better than the Curry. Yes, it does. Curry only has a 90, the Sapphire Curry only has a 93 pointer. This has got a 92, so it's better shooting and it's cheaper as well. He's also got better passing from what I believe, and he's got great defensive stats for an Emerald as well. And he's quite fast, as you can see, 90 speed with ball and 85 speed, 88 acceleration. So he's just an all-round beast, really. And then we'll have a quick look at Marc Gasol. Let's see, post hook goes up, not too important. His mid-range and three-point shot, although they were pretty good, they were just average on this card. They now go up to an 87 and 84, with his free throw also going up. His passing is pretty good for an Emerald center, definitely good for a center. Rebounding, that is what he lacks on this card. Pretty much all Marc Gasols lack rebounding, but as we build the team up, you'll see where we'll make up for that. And he also is one of the best defensive centers in the league as well. Not so much at shot blocking, but just all-round on-ball defense and pick and roll, all that type of defense. Now, coming at the shooting guard, this is the only, oh, there are a couple, but this is the highest prerequisite, if I said that word right, that you would require for this is 175 cards. I'm sure at least halfway through my domination you'll have this, but you're going to go with Quentin Richardson. I'm sure the most of you know his stats already. We'll just look at the main one. That 3-point shot, that 94 3-point. We won't even scroll through the rest. I'm sure the most of you know what it looks like, but that is a beastly shooter. Now, coming in our small forward, you can see we've already started off with 3 good shooters. So we're going to put in yet another one, but he's primarily a lockdown defender that can also stretch the floor, and that's Rick Fox. This card's probably, I think he's the cheapest Sapphire small forward up at the minute, and he's definitely underrated. As we look at his stats, 80 offensive, 89 defensive. Won't worry about these. We'll just look at the main ones. His shooting, I didn't see his mid-range, not the best, 77, it's doable. But an 84-3, definitely can stretch the 3 with that. And passing's pretty good. We'll quickly have a look at his defense. Now we can see that 90 of defensive consistency, 86 on ball. Pick and roll is good. I think his low post is pretty good for a small forward as well, to 78. And he's just all-round a great defender who can also dunk as well. So he's probably one of the best all-round players for the small forward position. That's also very cheap. Now, a power forward goes into another one of our prerequisites, but it actually is achieved earlier, and he goes under a small forward, but the most of his career he played like a stretch 4 position, and that's Robert Horry, Money Shot Horry. Now, as you can assume, he's definitely a very good shooter. He does come with, if we have a look into it, he does come with gold corner specialist and amethyst catch and shoot. So really, if he's in the corner, and he does have a very quick release, so if he's in the corner and you release it in time, that's money every time. We have a quick look at the stats. Obviously the main one's that 3-point shot, only an 88, but then with those badges it goes up. There's no actual given rating, but it definitely goes into the 90s in the corner, catch and shoot. As we look at his rebounding, see 77 and 80. This team that's starting on the starting 5 isn't really that good at rebounding, but we're a really good offensive and shooting team, so hopefully you're not missing and you won't really need the boards too much. We look at his quick defense, he's pretty well rounded on defense as well, and he can have a standing dunk and a good driving dunk as well. Now our first player, our 6th man off the bench, we're going with the first player you get from collection rewards, I believe, and that is, where is he? That is Jay Williams. Only an emerald, but you're about to see why I've put him in off the bench. And that is because of his dynamic duo at the small forward position. Now you may be thinking, what, a gold player? That's not worth it. That's definitely a liability. But as we look in the top left, he goes to an 88 overall. That is a ruby card off the bench. The reason I'm not starting him is because I don't really like having Dunleavy starting. He's a bit of a liability, but he can also stretch the floor, so he's a very good player too. We'll have a quick look at his stats now, and if you played any games with him, you know he gets those ankle breakers, as we can see by the badge. But we'll go have a look at his stats now. Those driving layup, standing layup go up to 90s. Contested mid-range 80. Now the shooting, open shot 3 is an 88. And the mid-range days at an 84, but that's still really good. Free throw goes up, ball control goes up, passing vision, passing IQ, passing accuracy. Now the passing looks good, but really for a point guard, they all have pretty good passing stats. But the ball control at a 95. He has to be one of the cheesiest handling point guards in the game, especially as we scroll down a bit. Went too far. Look at his speed, and speed with ball is a 99. I think, that is faster than the Westbrook. That has to be faster than the Westbrook. And he has the best crossovers for a point guard on my team. Combined with his stats, this is just an overpowered card, as we see his steal and defense goes up as well. Now of course the liability is the small forward position, Mike Dunleavy. As you can assume, he's a shooter. We look up, his driving layup goes up 15 to a 90, so that means he can definitely go inside as well. Shot close 80, contested shot 3, 83, and free throw 85. So his shooting doesn't get touched too much, it's mainly his defense, I believe. His box out and defensive rebound. And as we see here, his defense goes up a little bit, but that's just about it really. See, he is a liability, but that's where we're going to make up for it with the rest of the players we build around him. Now to build around this, we're putting in another defensive player who can also stretch the floor. And as we go to shooting guards, it is Avery Bradley Moments card. If you've ever seen him play, he's a lockdown defender, a little undersized for the shooting guard position, but he definitely makes up for it. He can also stretch the floor at an 83 mid-range and an 86 three-pointer. Definitely reliable. But the main thing he's in here for is his defense. As we look, 92 lateral quickness. Shot contest 82. Defensive consistency 95. On-ball D 92. Pick and roll defense 89. You can just read on from there. Just give you a bit of a scroll down. The main one speed is 86 as well, so he's very fast. Now we're in a power forward position. We're going to be putting in a stretch 4 with Kevin Love. Everyone knows Kevin Love's that rebounding, stretch big. He's just a beast. He's been playing really good so far this year with the Cavs. And we have a look. Mid-range not too good. Three-pointer is an 83, but his release, it's just really easy to green. Feels more like a 90 plus. We have a look. He's also really good rebounding. The main reason he is in the team is for his rebounding, because it just adds to what we have and what we need. And he's also a stretch big, which are really overpowered this year. If you want to have a look at more of the stats, you can. And then coming in at our 10, we're going to be putting a rim protector, because we don't really have one of those on the team right now. And that is Hassan Whiteside. I think everyone knows just about how good of a shot blocker Hassan Whiteside is. But this card, mainly the Sapphire, is really overpowered. I played a few games with this and it's not really that much worse. It's pretty much the same card. As you see here, Hassan Whiteside with a 71 mid-range. His release is a little bit funky looking when you look at it, but it's really easy to green as well. That is one release I would suggest looking at the shot meter, not the actual release. It's really weird looking. We see his 92 rebounding, and that's for both of them, and then his block is a 95 and 90 shot contest, and an 82 defensive consistency. He's just all-round great defensive player who can also hit a bit of a mid-range if you need to. He'll block shots, and we'll just have a quick look down at his standing dunk of an 87 and driving dunk of 63. If you put posterizer on this, contact dunk 77, posterize on this, all you have to do is drop step. If you want a tutorial for that, just hit me up, I can drop that one for you. But it's 77 posterizer on that. You should just dunk on everyone, the computer, online, everyone really. Now with the last 3 spots, we're just going to fill in what we lack with this team. So we're going to chuck in a shooter. Well, when I say that, we're not really lacking shooters, but you always want more shooters on a team. So we're going to go in with CJ McCollum. This is his Moments card, it's an emerald. There's a sapphire out, but I think he's too expensive at the minute. As you can see, 90 mid-range, 94 3-pointer. Really, that's what he's in the team for. He has got good passing stats for a shooting guard as well. It's not unbelievable, but it's good stats. He's not very good at defense, that's why I'm not deciding to put him in at the, off the bench or starting. But he is quite fast as well, as you see, 83 speed and 86 speed with ball. But yeah, I'm just going to have him as like an 11th man as I come in if I need more shooting on the team. Now 12 is a lockdown defending point guard. As we have a quick look back, we have Mike Conley, who's a good defender. Jay Williams, he's alright, but we definitely lack a bit of defending on the point guard position. So this guy, I mainly just would use him for when you're playing online games against someone who has someone like Steph Curry, Ruby card, and maybe anything really that's monstering you at the point guard position. Just chuck in this Michael Ray Richardson. He can't really stretch the floor, he's not a shooter. You can, if you get a good release, obviously it'll go in as we look at his shooting stats, 68 and a 63 pointer. If you're wide open and you get a good release, it might go in. But he's in the team for his defense and passing. As you can see, good as passing stats right there. But it's his defense, and look at that defense. That is amazing defense right there. Lateral quickness of 90, on-ball defense 90. It's just all high 80s and 90s on the defensive end. He's fast as well, as you can see there. But then coming in our 13th, we are lacking a bit of rebounding as you look back there. Got a bit off the bench, but not really anything at the power forward position besides Kevin Love. So we're going to chuck in another power forward. And I've gone with Serge Ibaka. Everyone knows him for his ability to block shots, but this card, if I can click on it, there we go, this card can also stretch the floor. We have a look here, he's got an 88 mid-range and a 79 3. His release is really easy, and he does have a really good block, as we see here, 89, but as everyone knows, he is ferocious with those blocks, so when he does get a hold of one, it's going 10 rows back, or he's just going to grab it straight out of the air. Very good defensively as well, mainly for the low post, but he's pretty good on ball as well. He's quite fast, not super, but he's an alright speed for the power forward position. You can make some switches as prices go down in different players, so if you wanted to make upgrades to maybe CJ McCollum up to a Sapphire as the prices go down, maybe other Emerald shooting guards go down to replace Avery Bradley, maybe you don't like Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol's dynamic duo, maybe you want to play more inside and you want to go with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins dynamic duo. Really, it's not too much changes you want to make really. I have included 3 players that you get for free, so maybe you haven't got those yet, so this might end up being have to get someone a little bit cheaper or go a little bit more over 20k. But on this I spent exactly 19,500, and that is below the 20k that I said I would go below. And really this team covers everything you need. It's got defenders, it's got a lot of shooters, it's got some rebounding, it's got shot blockers. It's just all round amazing. And now if you wanted to see more of these, I'm thinking of bringing out maybe 50k teams, eventually 100k, and I'll also be bringing out sniping filters as well to get you up in the MT. But yeah, if you want to see more of those, just comment down below, leave a like, that's the main one I'm looking for. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Peace.